Oh my God, true to form, technical difficulties. Look, but seriously, I am live. It's happening now. There's a new link in the bio. It's 20 past. Probably had a really good lie down. Please come back if you ran to the loo or you're now munching in the fridge, ignoring that tonight we're going to flatten the curb. You need to close the fridge door, come back, take a deep breath, pour the wine down the sink, and let's go. We're giving it a red hot go. Second time lucky tonight. Let's do it. Oh my God, I'm actually texting you. Look, I'm doing this because hopefully people are going to, got the link, posting it, sharing it. Oh God. Share. This is absurd. This is actually absurd. I keep thinking I'm going to make jokes about being technically challenged, but I don't have to make jokes about being technically challenged. God, it's the link in the bio. Anyway, look, if you're here, you're here. Oh God, Adam and Juanita. I've got two of you. That's me banging on. You can't even see it. Anyway, who cares? God, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I wanted to talk, to chat to you. Adam, Juanita, come back, Tess. So thank you, beautiful people. Hopefully Emma and Tash come back. Tash. On now. So, hey, Adam and Juanita, can you just tell me, did you get the new link from Facebook or did you get it from Insta? Anyway. So what a crazy day. It's sort of been, day 3. And, sorry, better turn that off. Day 3. Marissa, I thought it was with you. I thought, I don't know who that is. I'm going to turn that off. Let me go. Okay. So let's begin. This is what I'm doing a lot of at the moment. Surrendering. Thanks, Juanita. Okay, so Facebook, that means the Instagram ones hopefully work too. All right, my loves. Okay, so I can't play music yet, but I'm working on that. So if you'd like to put music on to enhance your practice, please do. Hopefully in your very patient waiting, Adam and Juanita and whoever else is here. Tess, great. Thanks, Tess. Whoever else is here, you're going to have had a nice long lie down. Really this process conveniently of letting go and of allowing ourselves to surrender. So let's think about that in relationship to the breath tonight. So we're breathing in and out through the nose. And let's start by breathing together. We'll do our equal part ratio breath. So we're inhaling for 5, holding for 5, exhaling for 5. If 5's a little bit too long for you and you feel that that's just starting to push at your edges or strain a little bit, just drop it back to 3 or 4, okay? So be mindful of your own edge here because we don't want to create tension by exhausting the lungs too quickly because that can happen really fast with this kind of pranayama. So we're just taking it easy. Here we go. Inhaling. Exhale. Take another nice long deep breath in just to prepare. You might like to breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in again. And out. And in. kumbhaka hold, which is holding the breath, breathing in and hold. And hold. And exhale. And in. And hold. And exhale. And in. And hold. And exhale. Lovely. Just rest for a moment here and start to become aware of how you're feeling. I'm feeling much more present and in my body now that I've just taken a moment to properly arrive. So one of the things I'm finding at the moment is this three aspects of our yoga practice that is what enhances your life over practicing over a period of time, and that's this concept of surrender, of determination, and discernment. So let's start with surrender. And as you sit or lie, depending on where you are, Tess, you might be sitting up tall, so lengthening up through your crown. Resting down through the seat, broadening your collarbone and lifting the back of the head up. So we've got a nice long line from your tail right up to the crown of your head and above. And if you're lying down, you're getting heavy through the back of the head, surrendering the day down through your shoulders, letting them broaden on the mat, letting the belly get heavy, seat get heavy, backs of the legs relaxed, heels heavy. Allow your exhale to match the length of your inhale as we take 3 more breaths here. And with each exhale, introduce or keep inviting this idea of release, of surrender. So the breath is soft, the jaw is releasing on the exhale, the belly is releasing, the perineum, the pelvic floor is releasing. 1 more breath. And release. Make your way to dog pose. So we're coming into our dog pose, just nice and simple. If you are an absolute beginner and you've tuned in, you might like to start on your hands and your knees, rotating a little, nice and slow, just undulating a little. Otherwise, if you're a little more advanced, you can start up and do essentially the same thing, just moving around a little, getting a bit of a stretch from side to side, into the backs of the legs, into the hands, a little sway. Yeah. Bending and straightening. Let's walk forward and hang. Step forward, or make your way up to a standing position. And let's fold forward. So elbows can be on knees, or you're folding forward. So lengthening. And again, just a little bit of movement here. You might bend and straighten one leg. You might bend and straighten both legs. You might just move your head if you're in this position, your elbows on your knees. And let's roll up. Reach up nice and tall. Breathe in deep. And exhale, bring the arms down. Roll the shoulders back. Let's do that again. Nice big reaching up, looking up. And exhale, rolling your shoulders back. Feet about hip width apart. And let's just do a little swing. Oh, I need this today. Lifting that bottom heel as you swing from side to side to protect your back. Very nice. And coming back in your mountain pose. Let's reach up nice and tall. Inhale, spread the toes. Bring the palms together and fold forward. Again, folding. Let's bring the hands onto the shins. Inhale, lift forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Knees can be a little bit bent. Exhale, fold. And again, inhale. And exhale, fold. Let's bring the hands down to the floor. Let's step the right foot back. Drop the knee down to the floor. Sweep your arms up. Let's bring the palms together and stay here for a moment. Flatten the back foot. Getting a nice stretch through the front of the thigh. Hold there. Reach arms up. Press your palms together and take your right hand onto the outside edge of your left knee and look over. Look back toward your right shoulder and the other way. Call this the Mamma Mia. Or the double take. What? Sure, we're just practicing yoga live here. What's the big deal? Reach up and down. Bring your hands on the inside of the knee, on the floor, and feel the stretch. Move to the outer leg. I'm just going to do a little spin around so you can see what I'm doing a little better. Dropping the knee gently out to the side. If that's too strong, stay up here or come up a little back if you're a little bit more used to yoga. Rolling the shoulders down again. Press the floor away from you. Keep your knees bent, chest moving toward the thighs. Let's drop the knees down and lower down to the floor. Point the toes and inhale low. Squeeze the elbows. Tuck the chin, move the hips back to the heels. Come all the way back up. And walk forward. Hang forward again. Nice and supple. Head heavy. Again, elbows to knees. We started like this on Tuesday. So a bit of repetition. A little bit of a sway. Bend one leg then the other. Maybe bend both legs again. And let's raise arms up again. Reach up nice and tall. Exhale, press the palms together. Inhale, reach up and exhale all the way down. Hold down. And let's step the left leg back behind us. I'm going to sneak back this way so I can see you drop the knee down. Reach up. And bring the hands onto the knee and a slow lunge. So just letting the front of the left thigh stretch. You can gently elevate through your spine. Let's take a twist. Right hand on the sacrum, left hand on the outside edge of your right knee and gentle twist. Turn the head the other way. What? So we're reaching up nice and tall. Hands on the inside of the leg. Drop the knee. Opening the knee. Yeah. Very nice. And release. Let's step back foot forward this time. Fold forward. And again, a nice, easy hang. Back of the neck's long, head floppy. Let's roll up. A bit like spaghetti, reaching up. Press the palms together. A little activation in the arms. Inhale. Squeeze the belly. Press palms together. Exhale again. Let's take that right leg back again. Drop the knee to the floor. Inhale, coming up. Nice and easy. Hands straight down to the floor. Open the knee. Flatten the back foot. So we want to avoid this sort of concaving. Bend that front knee if you prefer. Walking hands forward. Very nice. Drop the knee down. We'll repeat that move. Reach up. Hands back down. Hips moving back. And again, bend the knee. Come back into the lunge. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to the floor. And coming back. Tuck the back toes. Very nice. Let's step that foot all the way back into your dog pose. 3 breaths here. Nice long breaths. Enjoying those breaths. Roll the shoulders down the back and push the floor away from you. And imagine that the space here under the belly is lifting up. It's almost like there's a hot air balloon. And as you breathe in, the hot air balloon is expanding around your belly. Let's come forward into our plank. Some of you will stay in your full plank and some of you will prefer to have knees on the floor. I'm going to put my knees on the floor. Inhale, point the toes, squeeze the elbows, lower down. Don't worry if you're lowering down and you're like, oh, that's okay. Inhale, come up. Very nice. Long stretch. Press the floor away, come back up into your dog pose. Step forward, roll up, really supple, reach up again. Just a real looseness to the pose and the movement tonight. So we're kind of even a little shimmy here. Reach up and press palms together. Bend the knees as you fold. Very nice. Stepping the left foot back. Come down. Reach up. Coming all the way back and over into a little hamstring stretch. So be careful with this one. You want to avoid these hips coming this way and being all crunched. So you can bend, keep that front knee bent if you like. And keep up quite tall. You're bringing your chest forward toward your toes. And let's come up again. Exhaling. Inhaling up. And exhaling back. Very nice. Knee back. Tuck your toes under, back into your dog pose. Let's come straight through the vinyasa into your plank. Knees down, chest down, point the toes. Inhaling up. Legs back to the heels. Very nice. Let's step the left foot forward from here, coming back into our lunge. Bring the right hand onto the right hip. Tuck the right foot under and come into your extended elbow to knee pose. Now this is quite advanced, so some of you will have found that quite difficult, in which case you're going to come up like this, hands this way, and you'll come to here. Let's all stay here for a while. So you're either here or you're here. Wherever you are, press your feet as if you're stretching your mat away from you. I'm going to come back up here. That feels better tonight. Relax your right shoulder down your back. If it's too strong on your head, look down. Press both feet into the floor and feel that connection. Very nice. Bring the hand down. Stand up. Come into warrior two. Center yourself over the middle of your body, and to do that it helps to bring weight down into that back foot. To slide the outside edge of your left knee towards your hip. Doing a little adjustment there. Relax your shoulders. A little bit of a shimmy again. Turn the palms up and the arms a little if that feels nicer. Let's reach back and up. You can look up to the fingertips. Breathe into the left side of the body. Breathe into the left lung. Nice deep breaths here. We're holding for 3, 2, 1 more. Very nice. Come into triangle pose. So some of you will stop here just on the shin, keeping the arm down if that feels better. Some of you will raise the arm up. Some of you will feel comfortable having your hand on the floor. You can look up to the thumb Or if it's too strong on the neck, look down to the big toe. Lift the arches of both feet. Roll the outside edge of the left knee to the little toe side of your foot. Nice big surrendering breaths. Every exhale, big surrender. Let's come all the way back. Back into your warrior two. Shoulders are tight. Getting a bit hot. There we go. Let's turn forward. Bring the hands down. You can drop the back knee to step back to dog pose, or you can step straight back into dog pose. Breathe deep. 3 to 5 breaths here. Breathing. I'm just going to sneak up and see how you're going. Bringing your chest nice and close to your hips. I'm just going to do a little demonstration a bit closer so you can bend and get in nice and close. Yeah. Take one more breath. And coming down. Take the knees wide and the buttocks back to the heels. Have a short rest. But as you're resting here, keep active in the inner thigh by pressing arms into the floor and drawing yourself actively back. Breathe into the space in and around your kidneys. Keep breathing. All right, let's come back up into plank pose. Knees straight on the ground if you prefer. Hover here for 3 breaths. Bring everything into the midline. Press into the balls of the feet. Give a little bounce there. Knees down, chest down. Point the toes. Lift up low or high. Your call. You might want to come up into up dog, knees lifting, shoulders back. You might feel more comfortable and safer on your back as you press pubic bone into the floor. Elbows squeezing down into the base ribs. Tuck the toes, come straight back to dog or buttocks back to the heels. Coming back up, you can walk your feet towards your hands or you can jump. Bring your hands onto your shins and fold forward, inhale. And as deeply as you like to release this band across the base of the back. And then let's roll up, keeping this sort of soft fluidity here, rolling. Roll the shoulders again. Raise the arms up. Press the palms together, coming all the way back down. Step back into your dog pose. Hold there. And bringing your left foot forward, dropping down. Actually, I think you're bringing your right foot forward, so I'm going to turn around the other way. Yeah, bringing your right foot forward, coming back up into a lunge, bringing your hand onto the inside of the knee, take it open. Practiced. That just looks like crazy town. Come up like this, and then come open and bring your elbow to the knee. Hand can stay down or it can come up. And let's bring this shoulder, if your elbow's on the knee, underneath, reaching up nice and tall. Otherwise, you're bringing your hand down to the floor, pressing your knee against your arm. You get a nice activity in here. Now, press both feet into the mat. And imagine you're stretching your mat away from each foot. So you're lengthening your mat with your feet. Feel that engaging the legs and the buttocks. Take a few more breaths. Coming back up, warrior two. So take a moment to center yourself, turn your palms up, a little chinny, shoulders. holding tension in the shoulders. Palms up can help you release that. Press into both feet, sink a little lower, reach back into goddess. You can look up, breathe really greedily into the right side of the body now. Breathe in. Relax the shoulder a little. If it's too strong on the neck, look down. Press the floor away. Looking up, reaching up. And let's come back into Warrior Two and then into Triangle Pose. So here is a nice gentle version of triangle. Well, it's not that gentle. I'm actually feeling that quite strong on the back of the old leg. But point being, you can put your hand on your shin and keep the arm on the body. Or if you're feeling a little more active, drop the hand behind or inside the leg. Coming up, looking up to the thumb. So you're wanting to keep active again. Lift into the arches of the feet. Stretch your mat apart with both feet. Rotate the right side of the navel around to the left. It's really about getting this rotation. Come all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale. Let's turn forward. Warrior One briefly. Coming all the way down. Step back into your plank. Both knees on the ground if you prefer. Come down all the way to the floor. Breathe. Bringing your chest forward. Going to feel a little more present in the body. Let's come down onto the chest. Elbows coming up. So working into our front body a little more, but keeping really active. So pressing down into the forearms, in particular, pressing down through the center of the arm in your Sphinx pose and feeling it engaging sort of across your collarbone and in the center of the arm. And now press your pubic bone into the floor, gently pressing, bringing chest up. Very nice. Great. And then bring your right elbow across and take hold of your left foot. If that's too strong for your back, come down and hold your head. And just push your foot into your hand instead. I mean, it's casual. Just checking out my, casual yoga pose. Do it in front of the telly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a little bit stronger is up like this, and you'll be bringing the foot in closer towards the outside edge. So stretching the front of the thigh a little bit more. So the theme of this class was flatten the curve, because I have pretty much spent most of the last 3 days going to the fridge. Step away from the fridge, Kate. I mean, I love the fridge, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem, but really kind of rebalance the meridian, the stomach meridian, which is about cycles, eating, sleeping, digesting. Let's release the back for a moment. So come on up. We'll come through our quarter dog to start with. So with this one, it might be a bit hard to see. I'm just going to move this black mat and have a little set change. A costume change moment. That's better. Now you can see a bit better. So stretch the lower back. Come back onto your fingertips. If this is too strong, just stay on the floor and press your knees into the floor. Otherwise, lift up. Exhaling. Inhale back. Fingertips facing forward. Inhaling back. And exhaling up. And inhaling back. And coming forward again, reaching forward, lifting up, lowering down through your crocodile pose, back up into your Sphinx, and taking hold of your other foot and bringing it forward. To do that, you can bring this left elbow across. It's a little bit more supportive, but again, as I was saying before, for some of you that's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. So Try coming right down and seeing if you can hold the foot and push the foot into the hand instead, like so. You're still squeezing the belly. Finding variations. So wherever you are now, just breathing the navel into the spine. And again, that idea of surrendering with the breath, almost as if the breath is just flowing out really like a gentle breeze. Letting it flow. And release. And come back onto your hands. Push yourself back. Knees wide this time, mat width apart, big toes touching. Reaching back. Dropping hips down to the floor. Press the floor away from you and just feel that you can grip the floor with your fingertips. And imagine you're drawing your navel to your sternum and your sternum to the space between your hands. So you're getting this sort of activation of the front of the body, a feeling of the front and back body coming together. If you can't lift your hips, don't worry, just breathe in, expand the belly, and you're going to exhale, pressing the knees into the floor, squeezing the belly. If you can lift your hips, you're inhaling, expanding the belly all together, and exhale, lifting up. Keep the head up. Inhale, come back. Don't take the head back if it's feeling compromising on the neck. Inhale, exhaling up. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. One more. And this time you can hold up, and if it feels safe, you can take the head back. If that does not feel safe, and it's a strong move, it's not a beginner's move, definitely keep the head up. I'm keeping the head up tonight. I don't feel like taking my head back. And coming all the way back down. Let's just sit for a moment. Tall. If sitting kneeling is uncomfortable for you, come onto your bottom and sitting cross legs, or take your legs out in front of you. Feel the spine lengthening, crown reaching up to the night sky or the morning sky, depending on where you are. Bring your hands onto your lower back and come up. Exhale, hips forward. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back, draw the elbows back. Exhale. Inhale back. And exhale. And inhale back. So we've got two options for the next one. We're coming into pigeon pose. So many of you are experienced in pigeon. Right knee's coming to the outside edge of the right heel. Starting up here, walking over to the side of the leg to start with, reaching out. If pigeon's no good for you that way, you can do variations. So come onto your back, your right knee's coming across and open, ankles resting on the top of the knee. You can interlace the hands behind the head and draw the knee toward the chest. We're staying here for about 5 to 8 breaths, so quite a long hold. So just make sure that you haven't started the pose and moved straight into your edge. Come back from your edge a little bit and give yourself a chance to, again, work with this idea of a long inhale of about 5. You can hold for 5 and you can exhale for 5. Just seeing what the time is. Gorgeous. So often when we're in those poses that challenge us, we're like, and we're doing that really active Ujjayi breath. But right now, I think it's really important to imagine that the breath is like a feather, and it's painting the internal body. So you're just gently floating the breath in and out of the body. So just giving yourself, notice where you're holding tension up, holding it here. So in the pose as I'm letting that breath feed that really deep concept of surrender. So come out of pigeon. So say you're here on the right side here and you've been reaching over, having a young stretch, come back to the center. Just take a moment here. And we're bringing the left leg forward. So we're coming into this Janu Shashasana, head to knee pose. If you're on your back, you've got your leg like this, you're bringing yourself down, you're going to draw yourself up, straighten your bottom leg, bring your knee, keep it out to the side, and bring your foot onto the inside of the thigh. So knee can bend here. You can practice bringing your chest to your thigh. And if you're feeling a little fancy, because some of you are a little fancy in your yoga practice, what I'm talking about, Test Dragon, you can lengthen further forward. The foot. Maybe that's another step down the road. This is really great. So wherever you are is where you're at, where you are. And come on up. Bring this back leg, bend the knee. Right, your left knee puts behind you. And let's just come back into a little twist. And then let's twist around the other way. You can lift this back hip off the floor if you've got any SIJ or hip issues, just lift up. I think that one's for you. Yeah. And then let's bring both feet together. And fold forward here. You might not go very far, don't worry. You're sitting up nice and tall, hold your shins. If you can fold forward, see if you can surrender without pushing. So it's so tempting if I go right at the edge and I'm like, oh no, I'm doing it, it's great, I relaxed. Actually, I think I might come back here. Now I can get a fuller breath. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this full breath, this full surrendering breath. You can't surrender when it's really tight, you're holding on for dear life. Yeah. And then coming back up, and then bring both knees together and reach over to your feet. And again, you'll get into this pose and you'll be like, oh my God. Or maybe you won't, but I do, I'm really tight. So you're reaching to your feet and go to where you can surrender. So it might not be very far, you might want to hold on to your head, back of the head. Relax your shoulders. Curve into the right side of the body. And then let's come back up. And then come back onto your hands and knees. Draw your buttocks back to your heels. Give you back a little release there. Oh, that's good. I could just stay in this pose as you do. Come back up. Come into that pose. If you don't feel like going into dog, just stay resting back here. Come back into your dog pose. Come forward into plank. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to dog. Go half that pace if you prefer. Bend your knees. So if you're coming back, ready to do your pigeon on the left side, left knees coming to the outside edge. This is version 1. And you're walking over, surrendering the breath Otherwise, you're going to come on up and pop on your back instead if you prefer to do this pigeon variation, drawing the knee to the chest. If you want to go deeper, you can raise the head, but better off having head, neck and shoulders on the ground because we're here for about 5 to 8 breaths. So it's really a lovely opportunity again to play with that idea of surrendering the breath. And make your way up to the next position. Sitting up, right leg straight, left leg out, bend to the side, and walking forward. So you can bend the knee, keeping the chest on the knee, focusing on bringing the chest forward toward the top. You can start to fold forward. If you're holding the wrist, you can come into that deeper variation. Keep breathing. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. Coming up. And then let's take that right knee bent behind you. Twist it over to the back. Oh, these deep twists, so great for releasing where we're holding. Come back up and twist it around the other way. Lift the arm up or just keep the hand there. Whichever feels the best. Just moving around a little bit. And then bringing this back knee in, so sort of sitting in glamour pose. And then bringing right hand towards your feet. And then reaching left arm over. And of course you sort of get here and it's like head. Lift this elbow. See if you can get more space in the lungs. Bring both feet together. And again, we're coming to this, either sitting up nice and tall if that feels best. If you can, fold forward and transfer the stretch from the outer to the inner lines. Coming forward in this pose is sort of like hell on earth. So stay up tall if that feels better for you, and just make the heels active by drawing long through the leg, the center of the leg, and press down through the floor. And then if you like, you can just come a little bit forward. But same thing again, avoid this tendency to feel like all the action's over there. The action is here and it's here. Hello. Hello, boys and girls. So the action really is in the inside of the leg and in the pelvic tilt. So the pelvis is tilting forward, pubic bone down. So you can bend the knees and practice getting that tilt. I'll show you it's like tilting forward. And come as far forward as you like. So hands can be straight, but you're bringing the sort of pubic bone toward the navel toward the sternum, back of the neck soft. And forward. And stay there for 5 breaths. Stay there for 4.5 breaths. As long as you can stay present with the breath. Stay in that surrendered place. That feeling that you're not practicing yoga with yourself and to push. You're practicing yoga to surrender and expand and be present and power. And so as you start to move up and out of that pose, legs wide, we're coming up, we're bringing the right foot in again, bringing the left hand on top of the leg, and reaching up and over again. If you can bring the elbow in front, hold. If it's too strong on the shoulder, just keep the arm down on the hip. Bring your heart to the sky. Flatten the left part of the body. You can take yogi toe lock if you're familiar with that. See if you can lengthen the left side of the body. Coming up just a shorty. Lengthen and change. So bringing right hand on the top, you can reach up like this. You can keep the hand on the hip. You can take yogi toe lock and drop the elbow on the floor. I want you to avoid doing this. You don't get any opportunity to help you twist around. So use the hand on the shin or the elbow against the shin to rotate the body around. Reaching up and over. Opening the heart to the sky, and that hand doesn't want to go there. So you always notice one side's tighter than the other. Even after all this yoga. Really straight. And I mean, moving into the body now. Just rest here. Take hold of your feet. Make a head hang. And if you'd like to go a little deeper here, come into a forward bend. You can straighten your legs and start by sitting up nice and tall. I recommend keeping the thighs bent if you need to, if you tighten the hamstrings, and then come forward and support your head. Make sure you're not jamming the neck, so you sort of want to try and keep the back of the neck long so you can hold your head. You do that right up here if you can't get the chest down. If you can come into full Paschimottanasana, you can take yogi toe lock. Elbows are going to be raised, drawing out to the side. Bend the knees again if you need to. I need to. Come on. Bring your hands beside you. Press into the mat. Make your thighs heavy. Lengthen your heels. Soften your ribs into the body. Bring your hips down. Draw your knees into your. Drop the feet down. Come up into bridge pose. And lower. We're just raising and lowering. Inhaling. Rolling back down. Rolling up. Rolling down. Rolling up. If you'd like to stay here, you can press the palms firmly into the mat. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can interlace the hands, roll the shoulders underneath. Make sure the wrists are on the floor if you're taking this option. No point doing it like this. You're better off going back to here. Press into the feet. Gently press into the head so your chin's a little raised, so you're not jamming everything in there. A little bit of space there for the throat. And now let's do some nice long breaths in for 5. And out for 5. And in. And out. Press into the balls of your feet. Relax your buttocks if you can. Keep pressing into the feet and relaxing the buttocks. Let's be straight. Rest for a moment. So just stay here for a little bit. You can stay for 10 minutes or longer. We're really working with this concept and theme of surrender tonight. So softening the edges of the body, releasing those strong held emotions in the hips, and regulating our cravings, our desire to reach for the food or whatever it is that makes us feel better when we are worried or stressed. We are in really unusual times, and our practice and our routines are vital to keeping us well. So if you're new to working with me, it is a great, great pleasure. So thanks for getting on to the stream tonight. Thanks for being patient. It's new to me too. And I'm really determined to bring this yoga to you regularly for as long as is needed. Surrender to the breath. I've got another beautiful piece I wanted to read you from this, my favourite book. It's called Surrender by Josh Sheldon. Beautiful artist. And this is called The Gratitude Tree. Take a small branch or twig, place it in the soil like a ladder. Now look for random pieces of beauty around you. That's it. Dip your gaze close to the roots. Scour through the grass. Dig your fingers through the mud. Collect wood and shells and hang them on your tree. Balance the feather on your little twig. No gratitude tree is the same. All of us respond to stress and life in general really differently. So celebrate your difference. Be present with your own needs and those around you who you love, and for those around you who you don't love. Eat well, drink lots of warm water. I'm going to be back on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Slightly easier class on Tuesday for the live stream. I'm also drinking this beautiful tea. It's called Geelong and Dreaming Tea. I get it from my beautiful health food store, Bathurst Health Foods. It's made in WA in the Kimberley. It's okay. I'm not sponsored. Am I supposed to say that? I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to share my tea. You can stay lying down, or if you'd like to sit up now, roll over to one side and come on up. Sit up nice and tall. Leave your hands in your lap or bring your palms together and close your eyes. Feel your presence. Notice your breath. Take a moment to land some gratitude in your body. Namaste. See you next time.